What's up everybody, and welcome to Poor Man's Paradise. I'm excited to make another dirt bike video today, and this one's going to be one I've been wanting to make for a little while. It's about taking a dirt bike around on the back of a car, like you can see I've been doing here on the back of my Honda Civic with this aluminum rack I got from Harbor Freight. A little background on why I'm doing this. I was running this rack on the back of my Toyota 4Runner when that thing went down for the count. I needed to figure out a way to get the bike from A to B, and all I had was my trusty Honda Civic here. So I went down to U-Haul and got me a tow hitch installed by them, which costed me about $230 after tax and everything. It then used a $25 adapter here to go from the 2 inches to the 4 inches that my bike rack was running on. The bike rack from Harbor Freight was just about $150 after tax and everything out the door there, so you figure I'm somewhere around $425 for the whole setup there. Now my big concern about this, of course, was the rack there, the tow hitch from U-Haul pulling on my unibody of the car body there. So I did what all geniuses do before doing something. I asked a bunch of random people on Facebook, and I was surprised how many people actually had been doing this with various other types of cars, you know, anything from Jettas and Camrys and other Civics like my own here. So that gave me a little peace of mind before I actually pulled the trigger on it. And after a few months of doing it, I've not really had any issues except for the straps. I have had a strap break. It was one of these blue ones here, actually broke holding on here. Luckily for me, it wasn't in too bad of a situation. Anyways, just make sure you run really good high quality straps. I got these ones at Home Depot. They were about the toughest ones I could find there at Home Depot, and they've been pretty foolproof ever since there. So my other big concern, besides the straps breaking again, was the amount of clearance, or rather lack of, that I get with this. So one thing I'm going to go ahead and purchase right away is a little adapter that actually steps it up about another 2 inches, 3 inches there. And that's actually, if you look here, it's about 6 inches of clearance there. So that's actually going to help quite a bit. As you can see, I'm on a dirt road here. It's about 4 miles of dirt road from the highway to get to my destination here. As you can see, the bike's on there really good still. Everything's nice and taut still after the ride. As far as scraping goes, yeah, you just have to go easy on bumpy parts. Of course, look for smooth parts. Your big adversary is actually going to be driveways, like when you're pulling out of a gas station, for example. So you just want to put a little English on those driveways, you know, hit it as much of an angle as you can. So you can see how the bike's held on with 3 straps down to the rack there. The bike does block the license plate, and to some extent the brake lights too. I have had a number of highway patrol and sheriffs and what have you behind me, and I've not been stopped with the thing, so I guess, you know, hey, knock on metal there. But a buddy of mine was pretty adamant about me getting some brake lights added to it and wired up there, so that's going to be on the to-do list too, to continue to modify this thing here. If I ever get pulled over for the license plate being blocked, I guess that would motivate me to maybe tap up a little license plate mount down there on the end of the rack. But as for now, you know, I'm one of those if it ain't broke type. So it's been getting by for a few months, and I've been pretty successful in it. As far as storage goes, you know, I've not had any cars before. I've had trucks before, but here I got my trunk laid out with, you know, of course I got my gear, got a toolbox with some basics in it, and, you know, all my oils and chemicals that I feel are necessary for short rides. I bring the triangle stand there just to save space. Got my gear bag and stuff over there. I like these little folding crates here. I keep my tie down straps in there. And then of course in front of the back seat too, I can even throw an easy up in there, and can still have my dog tag along in the back seat or what have you there, or throw even more gear and equipment in there if I want to go camping or whatever. So yeah, if you've been thinking about taking a dirt bike around on the back of a car, maybe you've seen someone else doing this. So far so good on my case, and like I said, I talked to a surprising amount of people on Facebook who have been doing the same there. I'm doing this a lot too because my car gets amazing gas mileage. You know, it's the most boring car on the freaking planet. You probably gonna pass about 5 of these gray Honda Civics the next time you go driving. So it's like the most ordinary car in the world, but it's got the power to take my dirt bike from A to B. So so that makes me pretty happy, and it still gets the 35 miles to the gallon. So hey, maybe you want to get a dirt bike, but you're saying, hey, it's not so much the dirt bike that's expensive, trucks are expensive. Hell, you know, I want to go get a truck, and that thing is well over 40 grand there for just a small truck. So maybe you want to get a dirt bike, but you don't want to get a truck. There is an answer. The thing's pretty easy to load up by yourself too. You just got to keep a little patience and balance involved in the process there, and you can get the bitch loaded up there pretty good. And like I said, just mind those driveways and bumps because of the limited clearance there. I'm going to be investing in the step-up adapter there to try and get a little more ground clearance there. But like I said, I've been getting by a few months with it as is, as you see it there. So you're going to be in for about like I said, around 400 and some change for the whole setup there. But then you'll get to keep the fuel efficiency of your car, or avoid investing into a truck if you want to get a bike and you don't want to invest into the truck there. The weight limit of this thing was said to be 400 pounds. The bike itself is about 250 full of gas and oil. The rack itself, I'm going to say, weighs about 50 itself. So I'm pushing about 300 out of 400 pounds there. So I want to suggest this for a street bike. You know, if you got a dirt bike like this, something that's reasonably light, I would give a thumbs up towards taking that route. Anything heavier, not really. You know, if you got a Harley or a sport bike, you know, maybe look at something else, or at least something that doesn't bolt into the unibody of a car there. That's always been my big concern there. But after checking it, I gotta say it's held up pretty good. So if you want to go get one of these bad boys, like I said, U-Haul for the tow hitch there, Harbor Freight for the bike rack. They have cheaper ones on Amazon too. I got a buddy who's running one that was like 75 bucks on Amazon there, and it's made of steel instead of aluminum. So definitely check out Amazon too. They got some cool options on there. All right, so if you like the video, go ahead and hit that like button, please, and thank you. And if you like dirt bikes and talking about how you can ride dirt bikes for spending less money at the same time, go ahead and subscribe, because I'm going to make more videos about that definitely there. But hey, if you think this is a terrible idea, or maybe you've had someone that's had a good or bad experience with this, let me know in the comments. I want to hear about it. You know, tell me what went wrong, tell me what went right, or, you know, tell me why this is a terrible idea and I should stop right now. All right, thanks again. I hope you all have a good one.